Alright, so does anybody think that there's a cool way to make a minivan look cool? It's hard to try and make a minivan look cool. I've been driving around with this for a little while and it's just, it's tough. But I think it's a possibility, so we're gonna check it out. Specifically for this minivan in particular, I don't know if there's a big Chrysler audience. I know people like the Chrysler 300s. I feel like this may be similar to like a Chrysler 300, just formed into a minivan. It drives smooth, you don't hear no creaking. I had it on a 6-hour road trip, got me there and back. I think the giddy up was pretty decent for a minivan. I feel like for a minivan to be cool, it has to be all black, some nice rims, and it doesn't specifically have to be any brand of minivans. Like Mercedes, I think they make a Metris, and that's kind of cool. If you soup it up into a certain way, you can make that Metris look hard. You can make it look like Maybach Sprinter. That look cool. Like for this, I feel like the minivans function for what they're supposed to be used for. Minivans, not just what they sound like, minivans. So quickly, I don't think you can honestly make a minivan a cool vehicle. It's just always gonna be that soccer mom feel type of just minivan look. I mean, everything on the inside is pretty dope. It's just the outside that just make it look like, I don't know what you could do to the outside to improve it or make it more cooler. I feel like the Sprinters do a good job at making sort of kind of like a minivan look cool, just because it's more spacious and more rooms. All right, let's try and make this minivan look cool. Backup camera on this, for the year that it is, I think it's pretty decent. I think that's just the standard. It doesn't have all the information that you would see normally in higher end cars, but that, as long as you can see behind you when you're backing up, and the image quality. I don't know what camera for certain they're putting in certain cars, but y'all gotta stop with these 480p. Come on, man, y'all gotta get up to HD. 1080p cameras can be set in the back of these cars now. But I digress. The drive quality, smooth. Very smooth. For the year that it is too, I think this is a 2024. The whole ride itself is just smooth. I don't even think this has a sports mode, but it has traction control. I don't know if you can turn it fully off or what the idea for it is. Or this minivan is well maintained. If you're not worried about how the outside looks and you're just driving, it's a comfortable drive, like real comfortable drive. Turn traction control off. Let's see. Yeah, it's not doing nothing. That's not hitting on nothing. I really wanted to make this video just short. I didn't want it to be a full review. Just wanted to try and put a different twist out there. I know everybody likes to check out sports cars and the new high-end tech cars, or, you know, I at least wanted to try and give a minivan a chance. It's not too often that someone who's into sports cars would just regularly try and get a minivan just to test out. If there was anything I wanted to do to upgrade this, I would personally change the car all black, different rims. I wouldn't slam it. I wouldn't put it on tilts and stuff like that. I think the other thing that people do with minivans, besides the extra stuff like slamming it and doing all that extra car body works, I think people usually like gut out the seats and then just make it a sound system type of vehicle. I don't know if that's still a popular thing to do nowadays, but I know have 12s or 15s in here along the windows, putting subwoofers and amplifiers all throughout, and just having in here knocking. Not kind of like, I like cars like that. Me personally, I like cars with, or I like to put two 12s in the trunk of my cars. Just need that extra bass. But yeah, that's some things I think they do for minivans or two minivans. If they ain't gonna make it a family van, they'll gut it out and make it a sound machine. I'm gonna see if y'all can hear me step on it a little bit. It got somewhere. It took a little while, but it got somewhere. I suggest you don't try and race this. You could make a minivan cool, you just gotta modify it a little bit. You gotta black it all out, black out the chromes. I think it'll be pretty dope. I think it'll be pretty hard. My overall take on if you can make a minivan feel cool, look cool, is it's possible. It's not impossible, but it's very hard to.